The big idea is this: you are one decision away from changing your life, period. One decision, and everything you've always wanted in your life can be yours. That I promise you. Your circumstances do not matter. Anyone can absolutely achieve the financial life they desire. I have personally witnessed some of the worst situations, and I've seen them turn their entire life around. Look, without even knowing you, I know you have what it takes, regardless of your income, your education, your upbringing, your parents, your job status, or any of those external factors. You can absolutely achieve the financial life you desire. Hi, I'm MacGregor, your host of Wired for Wealth, guiding you to achieve lasting financial freedom and peace of mind. I'm your antidote to your financial struggles. But before we get started, don't forget to ring that bell below and subscribe. There is no better time for this content than now, and you don't want to miss further episodes. So all right, let's dig in. I want to take a moment and acknowledge the situation we're all living in today. I mean, these are difficult times, right? We have COVID, lockdowns, businesses are closing, and now we're seeing layoffs. We're seeing an unprecedented amount of debt that's being created out of thin air around the world. We've got a crisis in Ukraine. We're seeing the worst stock market since the 1970s, and we're seeing the bond market literally blow up. Historic inflation is wreaking havoc on families all over the world. Gas prices are through the roof. We now have food shortages, and our president, let's just be honest, and his administration, they have no clue on how to fix this. And frankly, nor do they want to. And all of this is causing economic upheaval and undue stress and anxiety. Many of you, I know firsthand from your messages you send me, have been affected by this directly, and you're feeling the negative impacts. But I will tell you this, for myself, every time I've had external situations come against me, it's caused me to reprioritize, refocus, and get clearer on what I really want in my life. This is an important time to view these moments and realign. And I would even write that word down, realign. Because it's very important you write that stuff down, because it helps reinforce what we're talking about here. Because perhaps at this very moment, you're questioning what you really want in life. And now you're stressing about how to get it, right? But the word I want you to focus on is this. It's compassion. And I say this because this is a time of compassion. Some of you who are watching this right now know that living a life with financial confidence, it comes with a purpose. Because compassion and purpose, they go hand in hand. Does that make sense? But sadly, many of you are focused on what I call shoulding, even as I speak. Some of you are telling yourselves, I should have taken hold of my financial situation sooner. Or I should have watched my spending closer. Or I should have been putting money away. And now you're feeling guilty about it. But compassion starts with forgiving yourself first to become the person that you're supposed to be. You've got to let it go. I mean, you can't change the past, right? But you can change the direction of where you go today, tomorrow, and every day that follows. So in my experience, here are the big challenges that I've seen with so many students that I started working with that you may be facing as well, that I know that you can overcome. These are the financial burdens, the overwhelming burdens that I've witnessed, coached, and solved for a countless number of people over the years. And maybe this is you. And if any of these resonate, I would urge you to write them down. So here's the first big challenge. It's this. It's likely your life feels a bit out of control, right? You feel as though you're losing control over your mood and your thoughts and the direction of your life, especially when it comes to control of your finances. And in this state of mind, the prospects of a bright future, they seem dim at best. And frankly, who wants to create a budget or put money away for retirement when it feels like life is spinning out of control, right? And I see this scenario so often when I first start working with people. So don't lose hope in yourself, because you're not alone here, and there is a solution. Another big challenge you may be feeling is that you prefer to avoid problems. Look, sitting down to pay your bills just fuels anxiety, and it's much more tempting to avoid those sorts of problems. And it's likely you're desperate for some temporary relief. I get it. In my years doing this has been a key issue for so many of my students when they start out. When you're in pain, you'll do almost anything to get out of it, right? Even if it's going to hurt you even more in the long term. It's why the term retail therapy was invented. It simply means spending money to fill a void in your life to make you feel better. but that only causes more pain in the long run. Another big challenge that's plagued so many is the plummeting of self-esteem. And maybe you're feeling this. The worse you feel about your financial situation, the worse you feel about yourself. Make sense? Studies have shown how stress causes a drop in hormone levels, resulting in a decrease of energy and mood and focus, all of which makes it much more difficult to think about getting our financial life in order. Another one I've noticed a lot more recently, unhealed wounds that come back to haunt you. And here's what I mean. When you're down or you've been wounded, your brain will recall similar incidents in your past and compare those feelings to how you feel now. And often, these are the lowest points in your life. And sometimes emotional wounds never heal and are reopened as your mental state of being suffers. A research report revealed that simply thinking about the prospect of financial insecurity was enough to cause physical pain. Yes, physical pain based on financial insecurity. And lastly, this big challenge, anger around debt. I mean, this is a big one for a lot of people. And according to research, the strongest predictor of financial strain is credit card debt. And studies show that people with credit card debt report trouble sleeping, they're unproductive at work, and they make poor health decisions. And over 50% of consumers with credit card debt said it affected their general happiness. I mean, folks, this is stress in action. In fact, this phenomenon got its own name in the medical circles. It's called debt-anger syndrome. That's right, debt-anger syndrome. Instead of being in denial about their debt, victims with credit card debt, they get angry. And their anger is directed everywhere. I mean, they get angry at the creditors who continually send them bills, right? Even the mailman who delivers the bills. They're angry at their bosses for not paying them enough, or their spouses for not making enough. They're angry at their kids for needing new braces. And more than anything, they're mad at themselves for getting into this mess in the first place. Basically, they're mad at life themselves. And I will tell you, this is no way to live. And it doesn't just stop there. Another unwanted outcome is a term I coined financial insomnia. I mean, nothing will keep you up at night more than financial worries, right? I know a lot of my students have dealt with this in the past. I mean, think about it. Unpaid bills, credit card debt, loss of income, living paycheck to paycheck, your inability to retire. All of these issues have a major impact on people's ability to have a decent night's sleep. And financial worries also magnify relationship issues, and they cause social withdrawal, where you curtail your social life because you feel you can't keep up with your friends. And this also leads to relationship issues, and financial stress being the number one reason couples argue, wearing away even the strongest relationships and many times ending in divorce. All of this because of your money problems. This is a major threat to your life. So, with all that, let me pause and ask you this. If any of those painful things resonate with you, what's your game plan? What's holding you back from getting serious and taking action today to get your life back? And I also want you to think about this. What are the consequences of not taking action? I mean, if something is holding you back, you should write it down. It's really important that you do that. You really need to let it out and really contemplate those questions, particularly this next one. Here it is. What is holding you back from getting serious in this area of your life? And how do you think your life would change if you were financially free and in control? We're going to dive deeper into this question of financial freedom in future episodes because it's really important that you use that framework as you move forward in your life. But have you taken the time to really drill down deep into what financial freedom means to you? I mean, it's really important that you do that because in my experience, if you don't have a precise vision of what that means to you personally, you'll simply go through life drifting in all directions and you'll never achieve the life you desire and deserve. Your vision must be crystal clear. That's the starting point. And by the way, I'll say this. If you answer that financial freedom means you want to be rich, I will tell you firsthand that will never put you in the direction you need or motivate you to get what you deserve. Getting rich is a byproduct of a financially free life. There is a very clear distinction in the two. You must drill down deep to uncover what financial freedom means to you at your core. Look, I'll wrap with this. Feeling lost and alone in your financial life is a common challenge for so many people. But hopefully, by now, you're at the point where you've said, John, enough is enough, and you've decided that today is the day to take action. Just like so many before you who have dealt with financial stress and anxiety, trapped on that treadmill to nowhere, they were able to turn it all around. And I've seen it happen countless times. Just remember, you have the greatest power, and that's the power of choice. Your financial future, it's not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. It's your choice, and it's not something to sit around and wait for. It's something for you to go out and grab. My next episode, we're going to drill deeper down into the specific steps you can take to get a hold of your life and move you in the direction you need to be moving in. I mean, these are scary times and difficult times that we're all living in right now, and I don't think it's going to get any better soon. In fact, I think we're headed straight into the eye of a massive storm. So you've got to prepare now. Not even now, today. All right, with that, again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button because you definitely don't want to miss further episodes. Check out my website for free downloads that you can utilize immediately to start your journey to financial freedom and peace of mind. Also, my financial transformation program is available as well. It really is a game changer. It's unlike any other financial program you've seen. It's helping a lot of people get their life back. So until next time, take care, upward and onward. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.